Welcome. My name is Mark Anthony Dubose Jr. And I was born July 4th, 1986. I want to say thank you for tuning in. And what I want to talk about today is the concept of being consistent. Because there's one thing that when you're just working at something and working at something and working at something, it may not be all the greatest at the beginning, but when you just keep going at it, things start to you kind of have this shift where you're no longer like having to do it, you want to do it. And then you start to have this shift when you still just stay at it, that you want to do it and now it's starting to be fun. And now you're starting to see like cool things come from it. That's the simple thing that I keep on talking about when I work with dogs, on why I know that I don't know what goes on behind closed doors, what everyone else is doing, but I know what I'm doing. And I stay very consistent at doing some things. And one thing that I'm doing is I'm going to consistently keep doing update videos of what it is that I play with my flirt pole thing. And I added an extra extension on it because things are getting fun now. And because things are getting fun, because we're doing it and I'm understanding the dogs and I'm able to engage with them differently because I'm seeing what they like. And then they're seeing and understanding this game. And we just keep getting better and better and better at it. And the better that we keep getting at it, the faster and faster it is for me to get my dogs to get tired. The faster my dogs get tired, the more eager they are to just want to listen to me in reality. It's a very fascinating thing that doesn't come down to obedience. It comes down to, in my opinion, of working with multiples, not only just dogs, but animals, is the more that we can work them to give them the work that they were intended to do, the more that we can get them like the work that they need inside, the more that they want to listen to you. The obedience and all this and that, it's cool tricks, this and that, but it's not the thing to rely upon to be able to get your dog to actually like listen to you is what I want to say. And it's fascinating that the more and more I just keep doing stuff, the more and more I see that my dogs just want to pay more and more attention to me. So today I'm just gonna show another demonstration of what it is that I do when I play with these dogs, and things are starting to get fun because of the fact that we do it more. And I've convinced my border collie, the one that likes to chase chickens and do stuff. I mean, she likes to chase chickens too, but she won't when we're engaged in this. And he moves the cows. He does real stuff. But I've convinced him to play with this fakeness here. And I don't know what it is, but he really likes this fakeness more than the real. In reality, I've noticed today, he gets so much more engaged. He's so much more just in tune with wanting to work with it. And it comes down to just in reality, I have fun. I enjoy it. It wasn't really all the fun in the beginning, but I'm starting to have more fun with it now. So now he's starting to also be able to see and recognize that. So we just get to going. I'm sorry, girl. And I really, really can get these dogs really super engaged. He always does the whole running outside up front. He has to like run it out a little bit. And she's just all about, I'm just gonna go get it. And now since I've been able to work both of them together with it at the same go, it starts to get a little more exciting, a little more exciting. And she even starts to vocalize. She actually gives me a little bit of a barking sometimes here now, which I appreciate. But I just get them going. And in reality, there's certain things that I've just realized with doing this with them is they don't really care to chew on it too much. They'll nibble on it, but they don't want to just hold down on it and just never let it go. So I'll let Ophi here catch it for a second. Oh, she caught it without me. These dogs are just they're just really good at the end of the day with how they're able to like get their brain on and get going. So here's where I incorporate some extraness to it, where I would say like out to try to convince her of what it is that I want. Okay, to convince her what it is that I want. And for this, I'm just gonna let her get this out real quick. She's not like chewing it. She's just, well, now she's ripping it apart, but I'm not gonna let her do that. But she just gets to the point that she has to like get this extra energy out that she's got. And she's got a lot today because I didn't walk her or run her today. She just got everything in her. So I'm saying everything I was saying about her not pulling on it. She's clearly doing that right now. But I don't care. It's just we're just doing what we're doing. And she's got an extreme drive right now because she hasn't done anything today. And in reality, we didn't go for a walk yesterday either. So she's got a lot that she's going to have to burn off, which is going to be way more than what my border collie is going to possibly be able to keep up with because she could do like 5 times as much as him. And it's just, I don't know what it is, but she's got to pick up extra ones. I don't know what it is. But the more and more I just keep doing this, the more, I don't know, I probably do this 3, maybe 4 times a week now at this point, where I just allow the dogs to just be able to have fun. I don't really give them too much of a long session because my border collie here, he gets exhausted. But usually we're all right because she's already pretty drained out. But since she's not drained out today, she's gonna be able to do some pretty interesting stuff right now. This is where I gauge the stamina, the real stamina of my dogs. How strong are they what they actually can do, what they're capable of. And I could just sit out here so easily for so long to just get my dogs moving, get them running. And it just doesn't take me much of any effort at all. And it's something that I don't know why the dogs just love it. And I got to stop it here and there. Man, she's good. She's getting good. She's getting really good. She never used to be able to catch it. Now she's able to catch on to it. She's starting to understand this is where I got to get better, where I got to get my variability of what I'm doing. Like she's reading me before it's where it's about to go. All right, Ophi, out. I know, I got you. I got you. So the best way to get it is to hold it steady and just don't move. They eventually just let it go. But she's got it. She's got extreme in her. You're standing on my rope right now. That's where we're struggling. She's got extreme drive in her right now, so much. So I just hold it steady. You just stop the game for a moment. But she's getting good because she's reading. she's definitely picking up to paying attention to where it's about to go based on what I'm doing. And it just gets me to have to just get a little bit better at what I'm doing. But the main thing is she's just extremely fast. And Oriole, he's still just running the outside. He's running the outside. There he goes. He's running the outside. I don't know what it is, people. But the more that you just keep doing stuff, the better that you see your stuff get. The more you just, I wish, I should have, why didn't I? The more you're doing madness like that, the more that things just really aren't getting better. But I just noticed just this simple game that requires almost nothing of me gets these dogs just, they're way more in tune with me, especially this Oreo, my border collie. He like waits now. He'll because I put this thing next to the garage, and he'll sit there and wait next to the garage looking up at it. Like, we gonna do that now? And I'm like, if I got an extra, even just 30 seconds in the moment, I just get him running real quick. He just runs. He gets exhausted real fast, especially in the dead of the heat of the day. And he just gets that little bit of a run out. And he's just like, oh, okay, I'll just go lay down now. And he just calm. He's just good to go. And I just could stay at it and stay at it and stay at it. She's already starting to get a little more tired because she's not really instantly going. I could just tell the difference. This is where I just play the game with the dogs just to see what's going on with them. I don't know what it is. It's like work at first to do something new, to do something different. And then it starts to turn into fun. And then that fun starts to turn into what more can we do? Because now I'm already looking at what more can we do to be able to upgrade this experience to make this better for the dogs. Because I realize the more I get them to do it, the better they want to listen to me. So the more they want to listen to me for doing something as simple as this, I just figure out how to be able to upgrade more and more and more, do more and more and more, get something else happening so that we can go ahead and keep on upgrading that listening experience, I guess I want to say. This is what I do with all my grocery bags. Unfortunately, I let them chew it up probably a little more than I should, but we just chew it up every time. I just put a new one on it every time. Which is interesting because I couldn't even get this dog, the Dalmatian, to even chase this in the beginning. She had zero interest. And I knew that once I can get her to get at it, because I put that squirrel's tail on it. And then I finally got her engaged. But now I don't even need that. And now I could just put a bag, I could put whatever on it, and she's willing to want to engage. It's the game, it's the fun, it's the chase, it's the being able to move, it's to be able to do something. That's what's really going to get her. Now she did too much too soon. She like went too hard. And now here he's not even nearly as tired as what she is. So now this is the part where he gets my border collie gets most of his work in. The moving, he does good with the moving, but it's that stalking and staring. That stalking aspect is what really gets this dog tired. And this is just, well, I know that because of this dog, but if you don't know like what breed and what your dog is, this is where you just keep doing stuff and experimenting to figure out like, what is it that gets my dog absolutely wild? And that's the part that really gets him the tired on tired. The run, he gets to run out. he gets to run out at first. And then he gets into like, okay, now let's get moving it. So that's just like basically what's going to come down to in his breed to do. They're not usually moving animals that are like right here on top of me. They're usually like way, because every time I got to move my cows, they're always way, I don't know why, but they're always way in the front by the front of the road. So he's got to have a far run out. He just got to run, go get to the animals. And then when he finally gets to the animals, now it's like, okay, I could take a break. I got to rest. Now I got to rest. Now I got to put the pressure on to get it to move, get it to move, get him to move. And he sits there and puts that pressure on. And that pressure is the part that gets into that mental game of the dog. And that's just for him what he needs more of. Where she doesn't need that much. She's just good with the just chase. She could just run. And that's all that she's looking for. The more that she has to sit and stare at it, she gets way too exhausted, way too fast. That's why at first she's got to go all out to try to do everything she can to come and get it. But this is just what you experiment with by just watching the dog and doing stuff with the dog. I just simply have this. I mean, granted, this costs less than a flirt pole things, kits and sets that they're trying to sell for us to be able to buy right now. Those things are expensive. I think these are $13 or $14 for these whips. And I just have some 550 cord that I braided it, put at the end to give it an extra, like maybe 4 feet or so. And I don't really need that, but I just realized that the more, I want to add even a little bit more distance because they really get to running. And then a plastic bag that, some places they charge for them. They got like 10 cents or whatever, but they're still free in my area to be able to get them. But in reality, anything that you put on it, it's a matter of doing it. The more that I keep doing it, the more that the dogs would just keep getting better and better and better. And the more that they want to just engage so much more. Like they have this, I want to go all out at it. So now Oreo's done. He always lets me know, girl, he lets me know that point when it's just, I'm tired. And he just literally just lays down. And he lays down and he's like, I can't just keep going right now. So here he's gonna need a good girl. He's good girl. This dog, this is what I don't know. This is fascinating me about this Dalmatian. She's like a universal dog. She has so many different dogs that I see of today inside of her, where she does things that's very strange. Like she knows how to point on birds where she'll sit and stare, and she'll even lift a foot up and she points. She does like pointer things. She does things that like a lot of different breeds do. And it's fascinating to just like watch and explore with every single one of them. Because like the shaking thing, none of my other dogs do that shaking part, but she shakes it. And a lot of bully breed dogs do that. They like to do the shaking stuff when they get to it. That's essentially killing the animal that they're working with. But she just has that in her like sense of what she has to do. Where like he has no desire at all to get on this thing and shake it and do anything. But she does. She just like she has so many like unique characteristics where she's like a jack of all trades of many, many breeds of dogs. And that's what I believe has been more complicated with getting that thing for her that she's just like the best at, because she's just really good at a lot of little things. And this is the part where I could definitely tell when they start to get more and more tired is they don't want to let it go. She don't want to let it go. So here, I'll let her get rid of it, and then we'll keep going. Ophi, out. Out. So this is just something that is so simple. So simple. And I just so simply just keep working it with all my dogs, mainly just these two, because these two are the only ones that really care to chase anything like this. And I just give them that opportunity to be able to just dig deep and get it all out. And the more I do this, the better it gets. Yeah, Oriole's slowing down. He's really slowing down. So we're going to go ahead and let him chill out for a moment. That's part with being able to pay close attention to what's going on with that dog. It's the tongue that I'm mainly looking at, but I just understand him because I study him. I pay attention to him a lot, especially when we're working, of knowing like how far to take it. I don't want to take him to the point that it's just he's got absolutely nothing that he can't, because he'll go to the point that he can't really walk anymore. He'll keep going and going and going. And I want to stop right before that, just to give him a chance to just relax, but not like feel like because some of these dogs, they'll go. And you don't really want to push them 100% max. I'll push them to like 95%. I'll push them real far, but I don't want to push them to 100% max, because I don't know. In my mind, I'm just speculating. I don't know, but in my mind, it's going to make it that they may not enjoy it as much anymore. And you want to have like a little extra in there and then quit the game, as opposed to it just being we got everything out. They may be slower to want to get back into it again. Where I like to leave a whole lot of, I guess, excitement behind it before I just say, okay, we're finished now, we're done. And this is just, I don't know what it is, but this whole process, especially, it's this Dalmatian that's really showing me a lot, because he's always been chased. Day one I got this thing out, he's been chasing it. But I noticed that I can get her to not pay attention to the chickens as much when I've got this to be able to play with her, to be able to like get this out of her. Because today she's on 10. Like we got out the front door and she's looking at every single moving item like I'm about to go get it. She just has so much, and she's just young. And in reality, I hope that she maintains that for her whole life. I want a dog that's got a lot of drive, a lot of energy, a lot of just stamina. That's what I'm looking for from her. The next person is probably not what you want, but I got in reality what I was looking for, and I was searching for a specific dog. And because she hasn't gone for these walks, I haven't walked her in 2 days now. And kind of in a way, it just seemed like how she's going to act. In the house, she's still perfectly fine. But as soon as we get outside, it's like she turns into mad woman. And I could see that by what's going on right now. She just has this, I got to let it out. And I give her a chance to let it out, as opposed to just thinking like right now, it being later in the day for me to get the energy out. So for instance, if I am working, I've just been busy. Well, haven't been going on these walks. And because I've been busy, I still have something that I can do that I could spend, maybe 30 minutes max with this specific. Most dogs, he can't last no more than 10 minutes. When I'm just me and him one-on-one, we're just going at it. He can't last long. But her, she can go more because of what she is. But I could still have something to be able to get that out of her. So that I'm not like, I can only go to the lake and take her for walks. I can only go out and take her for runs. I can only do one thing. No, I have multiple options here to be able to do stuff, to be able to get her to be satisfied. And she's just so delicate with how she's like chewing on this. And this is why for me, my next upgrade is going to be I like those leather ones. They got like they're like leather. They look like pieces of paper, and they're leather, so that I can be able to slip it out of their mouth. And something about they try to chew on it harder. And that's my next upgrade from using this bag. For him, bag is fine, but her, I want to be able to engage in this. We can play. We can pull, we can tug, we can add more to this, because I see that she enjoys it. Now, if she didn't like it, of course, let's just skip that. But I'm just studying the dog, and I'm being very consistent with doing more and more and more with the dog to allow the dog to be able to just look at like, okay, this is what we're doing. This is what's happening right now. And this is one thing I just thought of in my brain right that second. I clearly get groceries and I bring them in the house. She's not like trying to chew everything off of me every time that I get stuff, because I even bring my dogs to the store. I always go late at night, and I bring my dogs with me, and then I bring all my groceries into the house, and I probably go to the grocery store too often than I should. I'm there probably like 3, sometimes 4 days a week. I just get a little bit at a time. And she's not like trying to chew them all up and go crazy in the house and chew everything. No, she only does this when we're playing this game together and we're doing this together. It's the only time that she's engaged in doing anything like she's doing right this moment. She doesn't just, I don't have my shirt and I'm putting my pants on and she's trying to chew and do. No, this is because we set it up in a specific game, the specific thing that we do. And in reality, still, I have specific locations that I do it. I do it right here, or I do it in the front over there in a little bit. I mainly do it a little bit. I do little short burst sessions on the gravel, mainly to build their paw pads up, to make them tougher. They need to be tough. My Oriole's pretty tough already, but she got to build up tougher. And then when I got this grassy area here that's more not so dangerous, there's little rocks and stuff here, but it builds up everything with them. I'm trying to build my dogs up to be the best that they could possibly be all around, not just on one simple little thing of, hey, can you sit? No, I'm trying to, I'm an athlete. I work hard. I do hardcore stuff. My animals do the exact same thing. And by me being able to see how to be able to get that into the dogs is how I've been able to just really understand how to get dogs to be really, really nice, is by pushing them and realizing that's the part with me that why I really like this Dalmatian over any of my other ones right now, as far as the stamina aspect of it, because it doesn't take much to get the dogs tired. The more and more that I'm out here working with all of my dogs, the more I realize how minimal it actually is to be able to get the dogs to be able to relax and be able to just be chill. Oriole, see, yeah, he's tired. When he's tired, he gets down and he just wants to chew on it too. But it doesn't take much for him. For her, this could be a while. And this can be maybe a little while more than maybe someone feels comfortable with. But in reality, if you got that dog that's got extreme drive and a whole lot of stamina and a lot of endurance, that's just what you signed up for. It is what it is. And that's what I signed up for with this dog. Or like I said again, I specifically wanted that. I wanted a dog that I know I'm going to be able to go for a 20-mile run with. Maybe not know my marathon pace, but at least for a long, just easy runs to be able to just go and hang out with. And she's going to be able to for sure handle that. Whereas like this border collie he probably couldn't even run 3 miles. I bet he couldn't even do 2 of my good miles that I do. Where a simple run that I could take with this Dalmatian at this moment already, where he couldn't keep up. Like my shepherd can't keep up with a 2-mile run anymore of what it is that I do. But that's, at the end of the day, what you signed up for. It is what it is. We can't just decide I don't want my dog to not have drive because I'm too lazy for that. I'm a couch potato and I want my dog to be the same. If whatever dog you have is a dog that you got to be able to work and be able to figure out. And this, I don't know what it is, but it really seriously gets the dogs to listen to me better. Because it's like this is the part I think a lot, I'm going to say something right now that goes completely against what a lot of people talk about with these dogs. But when you're doing your obedience stuff, yeah, that's work. That's slave work, I'm going to say straight up. But when you're doing the work that the dogs were intended to do, this isn't work to them. This is fun as all heck can be to the dog. So, of course, the dog is going to want to continue to keep on doing it more and more and more. They're going to want to just keep going and going and going and having fun with it because it's what they were created to do. Their work is not like work for us, how we see it in our living world right now. Most people's work right now is just horrible. It's like just disastrous, and you just hate being there. You can't stand it. But that's not what work is to dogs. The work that the dog's supposed to do. It's really fun for them, and they enjoy it. So when you give the dog what they enjoy to do, to be able to do, you're gonna notice that your dog is gonna want to listen more to you. Shadow, we good. Shadow, Shadow, you go home. Shadow, you go home. I know he's yelling at Brownie right now. I don't need you to join in on that. There's a major difference that I've noticed in dogs right here is that Pyrenees, he can hear from such a distance. You don't need to be too loud with him. Like, he can hear. But like my other dogs can't hear like nearly half as far as what that dog can hear. That dude could be way at the front gate and I can say, hey, Shadow. And that dude will look back at me like, oh, what's up? Where these dogs they hear nothing. He can hear so far. It's impressive what he can do. But again, more of just sitting, studying, and watching and playing with your dogs. That's what I do. And that's why I realized my dogs just get better and better and nicer and nicer. Because I give them what it is that they want. Give them everything that they want. When she stops, she hangs out. Where does she want to hang out? Right next to me. And she's like, we're going to keep doing this? She wants to just be with me. She wants to be next to what it is. She wants to be in tune with what it is that I got going on. She's like, hey, buddy, I'll stay all around you. This is just what she likes. She just really, really enjoys this. It didn't start off this way, but we're here now. We're here now. And this is just something that is simple at the end of the day, but it takes getting up and actually just doing it. And that's where, for me, why I don't talk about stuff until I can do it. And the more and more I just keep playing games with these dogs, they listen to me better. The more and more that I see the success from it. Day one, I think it's been like 4, 5, 6 months now since I brought this thing out playing with my Border Collie. And it's been maybe a month, maybe 2 that I've been doing it with this Dalmatian at this moment. And I'm seeing significant improvements, especially when I don't take her for her walks. She's a nice dog. If I could take her for at least about a 6-mile run and about a 10-mile walk, sometimes a 12-mile walk, she's a nice dog. But if I don't have time to do that for even just basically one day in reality, that second day I start to see the flaws come out of her, the stickiness come out of her, where she's got this itch, she's got to go do something. And I've just realized how to be able to just get around that. And I just keep doing this more and more and more. And I realize that on those days that I don't have that, I do this. She doesn't have, like now, I can call her off from chasing chickens even at this moment. When she goes full in, even earlier when she had all this energy, I can still call her to say, hey, let's stay over here. And that's coming from because I'm giving her what it is that she wants to do. Because this is what happens to the dogs. They think they need to do it on their own because we're not giving it to them. And I'm giving it to them. So they don't need to go search and go find and go do it. They don't need to go kill the cat because I'm giving them the opportunity to get that chase out to do that with me. We're doing it together. They don't need to go off and find and figure out how to do it on their own. And that creates the dogs. That's where they're going to want to listen to you more. It's not the obedience. Because still, I haven't taught this dog. I'm working on convincing her of a downstay. I mean, she knows weight semi good. I can put her on a bed. I can say wait, and she'll stay there. But that's just every day I do to get out of the door. But I'm working on like a simple downstay. And I'm realizing how silly it is to actually like use that as opposed to just my weight. which is, I guess you could say, an obedience command, but it's actually not on that list of what obedience commands give. But I believe that that is the most powerful cue to be able to give to a dog. That I could just be here and I can look at her and I can say, hey, Ophi, wait, and I want her to stop. She's not gonna do it perfectly yet. Well, clearly, where we got the game going on right here, and I don't care to mix too much obedience in the game. I want them to go 100%. There's all kinds of logic on back and forth with doing that, but I'm on board with the guys that I was learning from with my border collie. If you want your dog to be powerful in the work that they're doing, just let them do their work. And just let them do the work and let them have fun. Don't worry about down, sit, stay, heel, this. Just let them do their work. They're going to engage. They're going to be awesome. As soon as you start to do things, they're going to start to hesitate. And you don't want the dogs to hesitate. You want them to just go all out. So when y'all need a drink, y'all should go take a drink. Go home. Oreo, go get a drink, man. You good. I don't need you stumbling and fumbling. Yep. You go follow, girlfriend. You go. I can lead you there. I can't make you do it. It's fascinating that a free grocery bag is convincing this dog to just want to stay 100% on me. And I see a lot of people out here training with the dogs that your dog don't want to be nowhere near you, even with the toy on you. It's a very unfortunate thing. But it's something that I realized that I don't need this toy on me for her to want to be with me. That's what we're working on. And that's what I want to continue to keep on showing by doing the work that that dog is intended to do. Not some weirdness, not some differentness, but just what that dog does. It's like me playing fetch with my border collie. That's not what he does. Playing fetch with even her, it's not what she does. With Johnny, he'll play fetch. He can go run a few times, but all he wants to do is literally just run. You give him a run, he's satisfied. He don't need to chase nothing. He just wants to run. And I give him that, satisfied. Pyrenees, he back there, I don't know if you can see him. He's pretty far back there. But when when my neighbor is running his dog, Shadow likes to, so you hear him barking now. I don't know if you can hear all that. But he'll run the fence with him to basically like get the heck out of here. That's him like fulfilling his, I did my work, man. You should see him when he's done, when he comes back, because he can't keep up. The neighbor's dog is impressive. That dog can run. I mean, he runs them like 4 or 5 times a day for like 5 mile minimum each go. But that's a hardcore working hunting dog there. And Shadow can't keep up with that. He can run one run and he gets his fulfillment. He's like, okay, I'm good. And he comes back all like, yeah, I did my work. Because he did. I mean, that dog unfortunately came over here once before. So Shadow's semi on edge to make sure that it stays out of here. Keep all the threats out of here. That's what he's supposed to do. That's all he was created to do, is keep the threats out of here. And he does a phenomenal job at it still so far of what I'm seeing what's going on. But it's just a matter of finding what your dog is needing and is doing. And the main thing is stay at it. Oh my goodness, just stay at it. You stay at it and you're gonna find something absolutely incredible go on. You're gonna find something absolutely amazing start to happen. You're gonna just realize that things are just like starting to become smoother and smoother for you. You stay at it. And that's what I'm doing because I can do I don't know what other people are doing. I just know what I do and I gotta keep testing and challenging and working and keep building on with what it is that I got going on. And I'm seeing that the more I just keep doing things, the better things get. It's not like this overnight, aha, here we are. No, it's small stages every day. Small stages every week, small stages month on month. And that things just get better and better and better. Day one, I got this dog. Could I ever even think of possibly having her just as it is where I am right now? Heck no. This dog would have probably been down the street, probably trying to run back hours to go back to her house where she came from. She didn't want nothing to do, be out here. There's too much going on that she wouldn't even consider to pay any attention to me at all. And I'm just working at it. We're just getting better and better and better. That's what the main thing is. I've been showing her what I want this whole time, having her on leash with me and being with me. So she understands that's what I'm looking for. And then I can say, okay, you can go off, you can go do what you want. But in most cases, it's just hang out, hang around me. We're good. You don't need to go do anything else because I'll give you everything that you need. Thank you. Ophi, you got a little bit of foam coming. You want to run some more? I don't know if Ori will be able to keep up. He'll be all right. We'll just run you a little bit, okay? You ready, girl?